Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Real Short Talk with Ryan. I hope you are having a great day, whether you're watching this on Thursday morning, you're watching this Friday afternoon, or maybe some other time. Maybe you're cozied up at night, whatever it might be. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in as we talk about the spiritual disciplines. We've been talking about these for several months now, these different spiritual disciplines, and we're kicking off a brand new spiritual discipline today. It's everybody's favorite, fasting. I know, right? That's kind of like are you sure? Are you sure about that, Ryan? Like, food is good for you. Are we sure we want to talk about fasting? Yes, fasting is an important spiritual discipline, even if it's one that we misunderstand and we don't necessarily like. We don't have to like all the spiritual disciplines, but we need to follow them in order to obey God, in order to hopefully grow closer to God, to walk with Him more. So over the next couple weeks, we're going to be talking about fasting and what that looks like and how that helps us in our walk with God. So first of all, of course, what is fasting? Well, fasting is the voluntary abstinence of something, generally food, for the purpose of concentrating, focusing, glorifying God. So it's a voluntary abstinence. So you're going to say, hey, I'm not going to partake of this in order that I might focus more on God. Okay, so generally we think about fasting when it comes to food, like Jesus does in Matthew chapter 4. It says, then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And I read that and I'm like, well, duh. If I fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, I'd be hungry too. If I fast for like 40 minutes, sometimes I start to get hungry. But he fasts. So he's got this long period of fasting. What is he doing in this period? He's focusing on his relationship with the Lord. He's communing with the Father. And after this, it says, the tempter came and said to him, if you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread. So Satan comes and he tempts him where he's weak. Because after 40 days, right, he's hungry. He's thinking about food. Jesus was human. He wanted food. So he's thinking about food. So the devil tempts him where he is weak. But this is what Jesus says. And this reveals just this important key point about fasting. And he answered, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. Now, Jesus isn't saying that we don't need bread, that we don't need food in order to live, but he's saying that's not the only thing that we need. He's saying, hey, abstaining from food, taking this moment to say, hey, I'm not going to eat this, reminds me that I need something else. It reminds me that I need the Lord. It gives me an opportunity to focus and to concentrate on Him. It focuses us on God. So that's the first thing we need to see as we start this series on fasting. Fasting is this break from food so that we can focus on God. We can be reminded of our dependence upon Him. So over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be challenging you about how we can do a fast in a helpful way, in a God-glorifying way. So I want you to begin to think about that. What would a fast look like? When would be a time that you could engage in this and instead of eating, remind ourselves of our dependence upon God by focusing on Him. Hey, thanks for tuning in for another Real Short Talk with Ryan. We will see you back next week. Until then, glorify His name.